Hello, everyone. I am Tacet, and today we got a lot of things going on. Apparently, one of them is I forgot to go claim the star for the new Mythic, and of course, the other one is the new Mythic. But yeah, we got the new Mythic. We got ourselves an invasion event for Centaurs. But yeah, new Mythic is a new Mythic that is insanely good. We got ourselves the new Lord of Slaughter, which yeah, he definitely lives up to his name. He definitely lives up to his name, that's for sure. Gosh, he is so ridiculously... yeah, we're probably going to be seeing him a lot. He is so ridiculously broken. But yeah, he's fun to use. He is definitely fun to use and highly advised to go get. So I'll be messing with him, doing the entirety of invasion events, going from there. So we got a red to blue convert here. We got our little skull converty thingy as well. So we'll do that just to get him out of the way. So that will kill him out instantly. Because why not? We'll go and get his ability down because we don't have alignment for this. Actually, we do, but we're frozen on it, so I guess that doesn't matter then. So we'll just take that, get our ability. Should hopefully be able to land it. Once again, I had the same problem earlier. You need to run cleanse with this thing. He does not like being frozen, and he does not like being entangled, both of which are obviously not good. So we have rope dart. We actually don't need the rope dart in this particular team per se, in the sense that we're not using it for its armor tier. We're using it for the fact that it can drag something to first slot in order to choose what we want to kill. That's the whole reason we're using it, is to focus down the kill that we actually want to go for whenever we're doing one of these battles. We don't have a good brown convert for now, so we'll go for that. We did finally get our cleanse thingy there, and that should be matched, and then he just dies. And of course we miss, fail. You can miss with that, be careful. What do we grab here? That was a really hefty miss, gosh. I think that's the biggest I've ever seen that thing backfire. But it definitely happens. We'll take that over. Ideally we just have alignment on this, and then we just killed off of that. I do not see it, so we'll just take a skull for now and instead. Weird way to win, but I'll take it. Let's do it with a brown storm. Works really good with brown storm because it gets to convert to doom skull off the thing. Third highest mana cost mythic in the game, but that's mostly because its ability is so good. Let's go with the super cheap one. So this one uses everything that's low rarity on it, which is pretty nice. So we just get our explosion. Ideally we have alignment off this. What are you doing with your yellow storm? Is he using the, no, he's not using the hero class that has it perpetually. I think I'm just going to go for the convert and hope we don't miss, and luckily we don't. Perfect. And we should be good to go. Let's take that for now. Get our destroy. Ideally, we can get that kill off an explosion. 1 HP, what are you doing? Don't make me have to mountain crusher you or something just to kill. I think I have to. I'm not going to waste its ability just for a single 1 damage. That would be super overkill. Even though it's normally super overkilling everything to begin with, that would be even more so. But yeah, as far as where you use this thing, I'm seeing mostly its viability will probably be for PvP and Guild Wars. I do not foresee it being used for delves, even though it theoretically could. And I don't believe it's going to be used for Explore 12. Even though, again, theoretically it could. But yeah, it's going to be definitely usable everywhere, in the sense that you can, but it's probably going to be PvP and Guild War only as far as where it's truly viable as using it. It's definitely towards the high risk, high reward area, but is normally consistent enough to not lose. I haven't lost with it yet, let's say that. But you do have some shakier battles, like ones like this, so we are using the super cheap team right now with this one. I do want to mess around with a few other teams as we go forward a bit. I do want to get into the invasion soon as well. So probably head to invasions and mess around with this more a little bit later into the stream. And of course, as I mentioned, you can use this for delves. This one is actually set up more so to be able to work for delves, specifically, if you so choose to do so. Entangle actually doesn't really matter too much, though in this kind of team composition, yes. But he does so much damage that Entangle almost means nothing. As you can see, through Entangle, we just one-shot. And now we could do it again. Through Entangle, we almost one-shot. And yeah, it almost doesn't even care if it's entangled. It does slightly, but it almost doesn't. Like, we've been entangled this entire time, and we have wiped out 3 out of 4. Basically 1 per cast being wiped, and as long as this lands, we won. Let's see, does it land? Yes, it does, dead. So through Entangle, it just one-shotted everything, essentially. That's how much damage it has. Obviously, if you were doing Delves, that wouldn't have been enough damage. But in like a PvP situation, that's actually enough damage just off of Doom Skulls. Yeah, Doom Skulls are pretty weird as far as how they calculate out damage. I'm not even fully sure how on earth it works. It is super, super strange, the kind of interaction that multiple Doom Skulls have through Entangle. Also, gosh, he just hard countered us so hard with that anti-green troop. Fail. What a hard counter. Well, we finally lost with it. We could technically tried playing it out, but obviously at that point was probably dead. Very lucky null right there. Let's see. Can we get any good value here? Oh, I got everything up. We can go throw down a Mang. If his Mercy's not going to do anything, we just wipe him next to... Oh, we're entangled. Of course. We'll just ignore the fact we're entangled, I guess. Board clear, and then hopefully have a good follow-up. And hopefully it doesn't miss. It actually does, so... Now we have Mang. Mercy's going to do almost nothing. So we'll let it do its thing, take the extra turn, and that should be enough to wipe after. We'll take a little bit of armor, so we have enough to really one-shot everything. And obviously that's meant more in like a Delve-like situation. But it's still working out for PvP too. And it just gives you the higher skull damage, and it just all dies to the higher Mang damage. And in something like Delves, that would upscale to the entire thing as well. Bad has potential. Has a lot of potential. Highly advise picking it up. But I'll mess around with it more in a little bit. Let's go do some invasions, because we haven't even started that. I don't think I showed a team, so... Hey, Centaur team. So we did actually have Centaur invasions in the past, but I'm not even sure what I'll be going down as far as my route. Obviously, initially, we can kind of run exactly what we ran earlier, and literally just go Dawnbringer into triple Astral Spirit, and if you don't own Dawnbringer, go Black Manacle. So I think we're going to start like this. What we switch to is questionable, but for now, I might as well start like this. It'll work the exact same way as what we did on Thursday. Literally yesterday. We could do the exact same strategy. What's the best banner option for this? Is there a blue-yellow that isn't horrible? Yes, that'll work. Sure. +2 blue, +1 yellow. And we'll do a class of, what did we run it with yesterday? I don't feel like it was Frost Mage. Pretty sure it was Frost Mage. Pretty sure it was Frost Mage, right? Yeah, it should have been Frost Mage. Because we gained a little bit extra damage off of it. I need a little bit extra blue mana there. But it's mostly because of the 1 per cast extra magic. Just for the extra Dawnbringer damage, I believe was the main reason why we ran it. Alright, let's just roll with this. Should be fine. Doesn't even matter too much what hero class we go for. We're all going to do about the same result for these earlier battles. So, all we really want to go do now is focus down the little bit of mana there. And just get it rolling. Also, I didn't even say hello to everyone yet. Hello, everyone! Hello, Suppleman. Hello, Jacob. Hello, Vespenny. Hello, Rally. Hello, J-Dog. Hello, Lestat. And hello, Bill. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Let's see. Using Lord of Slaughter, Beatrix, Leprechaun, and the Possessed King. I haven't tried it yet with Beatrix. I probably should have. Because it seems like a lot of teams are needing cleanse for him. As long as they're not running stun specifically. That's the biggest issue I've been having with it for the most part. Well, not really necessarily Entangle, but more so the freeze. But of course, you can Orpheus around it as well. It's just not as guarantee. Is that extra turn? Also, hello, Dotero. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Gustavo. And hello, Haley. Welcome, everyone. All of you been doing well. Also, almost 4th of July will be tomorrow. Feels like we had a lot of holidays recently. Of course, we already had the pet on Wednesday for that. Also, I think they have some kind of pack this weekend as well for the Independence Day for America. Oh, what do we even want here? I kind of want to just take a blue and wipe him, so we'll do that. And that should be enough damage. In most compositions, the troop is actually slower than Web Spinner. That is correct. And the main reason for this is the lower damage output. However, it has a wider range of what it can actually work on. So if the meta ever shifts to something that has a lot more impervious or a lot more web, like next patch, then yeah, it might work a little bit better. I should say, like, potentially next patch. I can say exactly what I mean on Tuesday. But it is more likely that those immunities will exist next patch. Soon TM. But as it currently stands, yes. Web Spinner more often than not actually is higher damage. And theoretically, any battle where there is not web immunity, Web Spinner will probably be better than this Mythic. The only two main exceptions is if they're really heavy on brown and you need like an anti-brown kind of thing, like for example Brown Guild War defend, and the other instance is going to be just immunities, of course. Whenever they're running a high amount of immunities, it's going to be better just because Web Spinner can't get the damage on those immune troops, whereas he will always hit directly onto HP regardless what their perks or bless or anything else that they might have. Oh yeah, we never did have a calendar thingy. We had that one small thing for Canada Day, but we didn't have anything else. Yeah, I didn't notice that. Maybe because there are so many things going on at once, they didn't know which one to specifically focus. Also, I just realized I didn't buy any packs. I should go do that. Oh, yeah, we got a new weapon today. Yeah, let's go buy tier 3. So, we get this weapon. It is the Firefly. It looks pretty cool, actually. I like the design of it. Normally, most of the weapons look pretty generic, but I actually like that one. Deal damage to an enemy. Boosted by Centaur allies. Oh gosh, it's useless. That's all I need to read to know it's useless. And then creates a mix of green and yellow for each Centaur ally. Yeah, that's never going to be used. But we're going to get it anyways, because we need it and don't have it. So let's go grab that. If I'm not mistaken, wouldn't that be in Soulforge now as well? So you can get it either through the event or through Soulforge. Though it's cheap enough through the event that I would honestly just get it through the event. But it should be in Soulforge as well. Yeah, it's also in Soulforge for the rest of the week. So yeah, you could get it in either location. However, in order to help your guild get the invasions done, I would just simply get it from invasions. And just buy at minimum tier 3 for doing the event. And I'll give you the weapon and it'll help out your guild. I was wondering why our sigils was so low. It's like, wait. It's because I forgot to buy the packs. There we go. Am I going to be playing Animal Crossing today? I think we might. I think we might end up playing Animal Crossing some today. In between the two streams. I'll try poking it in. I was playing it for a decent little bit of time last night. That's because I was too hyped to not touch it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like it. I really, really like it. But I'll probably do it for a couple hours or so. It's probably going to be a bit of a shorter stream. I'm not sure. Or I might just take a nap and rest up. We'll see. But yeah, the update for Animal Crossing looks pretty cool. You got swimming. You got a bunch new creatures. Oh, I really like the seaweed because it doesn't have collision. I really love no collision items in Animal Crossing because they technically don't take up any room in the sense that you could just put them on the ground and just walk right over them. And I really, really love items like that. We got a lot of them really recently from the bug tournament and then that. I wish they would add a lot more of them. You could technically put down custom designs onto the ground. However, they kind of layer on top of each other. So you can actually put down like a custom design. Like you can put down a tile, then put a custom design on that tile, and then put a no collision object on top of that tile on top of that custom design. So you could put like 3 layers of objects on top of each other if you have a no collision object to also put on top of it. But there's very, very few of them in the game. And the more we get, the better. They're some of my favorite objects in the game, actually, even though there's very, very few of them. Just because there's, they have a lot of purposes, since they take up very little room and can kind of combine with other things. Let's see, what do we do there? We'll take that for now. But I already have like 3 or 4 mermaid items or so. I didn't bother crafting them yet. But we'll obviously do that on stream. It's pretty cool overall. What do we grab here? Get Dawnbringer down. And now we can just triple Astral Spirit. Love these Astral Spirits. We also meddled it yesterday. We ended up doing that just so it has a little bit better damage. Didn't make too big of a difference, but it does gain 4 magic from being fully meddled compared to not being fully meddled. And 4 magic is 4 magic. What do we want here? We'll take a blue for now to get full mana. Actually, that might have been a bit overkill since we get slightly better blue mana. Not that big a deal. All we really need to do now is find ourselves a skull. If we can. Also, looks like we're going to need to stop using this team soon. As it will, looks like it's going to fall out of range of actually being able to kill things. Which is not good. Another Valraven Tower. Nice. That is good. We'll get a Dawnbringer down for now. I might as well just double Dawnbringer at this point. Only slight concern is his gate all the way in the back. Oh, we should be fine. And that should almost be match. And then we just Astral Spirit something. And then he dies out. What team is that for? The new Mythic? Good morning, Birdleaf! Welcome! Also, hello, Mobarashi. Don't think I said hi. Let's see. What do we grab here? Well, you can cast Web Spinner too. However, it's very rare that you would need to cast Web Spinner. But Web Spinner can be casted. Its cast just doesn't synergize that well with its perks. I'm gonna get rid of brown for now. Oh, that's a bad 1/4 to have buffed. But it shouldn't really end up mattering that much. We'll do that for the skull, and then let's grab a Dawnbringer, I guess. And Dawnbringer to Astral Spirit will be enough to kill. Yeah, as long as it doesn't gain barrier somehow. And it's match. And extra turn, in case that wasn't already enough. Oh, that was for invasion? Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna need to change our invasion team after this, so I'll go see what team you mentioned. I didn't bother building a real team yet. We're just using this for the quick kill for the lower range. It falls off after this battle, though. Once you stop two-shotting with Dawnbringer or Black Manacle, if you're using Black Manacle, it's probably not worth using this team composition anymore. And it's about to stop one-shotting as soon as we finish this battle. Or I mean two-shotting, not one-shotting. I'll take the skull, and then that should be a match. Oh, never mind. I should have targeted something with a bigger boost ratio. Actually, even if it did, that wouldn't have been enough. No amount of boost ratio would have made that enough damage. Okay, let's go see what that one team is. I forgot, I can't copy-paste it from the thingy. Let me go open up, not Google. Open up YouTube. Go find my channel. Let's see, where's my video? Gems of War stream. And add on my stream, I see. Let's leave a like on my own stream. Let's see if we can hit 10 likes. We're at 8. Now we're at 9. One more. We're almost there. Anyways, where did that one team go? Let me go copy-paste it. Let me see. What is this team you mentioned? Copy. What do we have here? Why is it not letting me copy? Come on. Cameron. Okay. There we go. 13 likes. Thank you, everyone. Greatly appreciated. Okay, let me go close that out so it doesn't lag things even more than it needs to. And then let's go see what this team is. Okay, what do we have here? We have ourselves Herdmaster, Yasmin's Tubal Taurus. Yeah, I forgot he does actually count as Centaur, doesn't he? We can make that work. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. Why Herdmaster in first slot? What's the reasoning behind Slayer and Herd in first rather than a different one? Also, the Slayer isn't even fully... I think you're just leveling Slayer. That might be the case. Because it's not even fully leveled. Let's see. Oh, no real reason. Okay, that's what I thought. Because it's only at level like 40 something, or whatever it's at. Okay, let me switch class then to what hero class do we want to go for this? Do we actually want to use it for damage? Or do we just tank it out? Huh. We could go to Centaur class. Oracle, go! No, even with Centaurs, it just is not worth using. It just isn't worth using. Actually, one monk, or not monk, but the thing that gives +1 to all stats to yellows would almost work better than that thing. But no, I think we're going to go just a standard Titan here. And set it to the skull variant. And we should be good to go. Brownstorm isn't going to do anything though, is it? Well, I guess Yasmin going. And we're going to need to change our banner. We're going to want to change our banner to probably a +2 brown, +1 yellow. What minus is that? Minus purple. That is not ideal. Minus green is also not ideal. How about a +2 brown, +1? That's also minus. Yeah. Gosh, why is every single banner we need minus purple? Every single banner that would work perfectly with this is minus purple. I might just have to go for one of them. Honestly, a +2 brown, +1 red doesn't sound bad. For minus purple. We'll give it a shot and see what happens. Okay. So, here we're going to want to go and, well, the start of battle. The starting board kind of determines what we want to go for first. So right here, we're going to have full mana on that automatically. So we'll just take a, we can take green to yellow. Or just simply take the yellow. Yeah, I'll take green to it. Why not? Nice little cascade coming from sky. We have our Yasmin. We'll get a Boltaurus up. We'll Yasmin, I'm gonna Yasmin this first, even though it has the lowest armor. Just in case we can get a Skull Snipe from this. Which unfortunately we cannot, but we just cast this, cast the other one, and that should be match. Okay, I slightly underestimated its damage. I mean, overestimated, I mean. But, yeah, we can Yasmin Pride it. I'm not sure if we're going to, though. Or at least during this level range. I think we're at too low of a level range to really get away with Yasmin. At least effectively. It's going to be too slow at this level range. Something I kind of actually want to try at this level range. Ward Breaker. Bronze Lock. What else is not useless? Double Astral Spirit, no. Actually, we could put a Herdmaster in there. We could even do double Herdmaster if we really wanted to. Yeah, but I forgot. We got this Centaur Dragon thingy. That creates a lot of blue. I don't think we can make any kind of Centaur team where that much blue would actually be viable. Don't believe so. The Stargazer's not going to help much. Here we go. A second Road Breaker. We only have one. Not like we'd really need to. I'm almost leaning towards Astral Spirit, actually. Better one Centaur Boost Troop. But that doesn't scale that well. I think it's either Herdmaster or Astral. Let's go second Herd. Okay. And that sets our banner to +2 yellow. And what color are we missing? Or are we missing any? None. And let's get a yellow-brown. And we'll do that into minus green for a +4 yellow, 1 brown. And then we can set our class to Stormcaller. And kind of do like the potential thing that you could have done yesterday. The whole Astral Spirit thing. Center around this. Okay, none of these are going to be worth it, though. So that won't be good. Guess we can go for the explosion. We can go for the extra heal. Actually, a lot of this we're not going to be able to use. But I need that yellow storm, so it's probably worth it. Alright, let's see how this goes. We'll give it a shot. We're using it almost entirely, actually literally entirely for its storm. Also, I do need to go change one thing though here. If we're going to run this, we do need magic for sure. Magic into 20%, I believe is the way to go here. And we'll see how this ends up panning out for the event. Give it a shot. Oh, that's not what I want. Don't accidentally do Guild Wars. Do invasions. Feels weird having 2 guild events at once. Well, we'll be seeing that more and more often as time goes on. Also, hello, Flaming! Let's see. Have you tried the Mythic with Wild Queen? I actually have not yet. We might need to, though. Like, get a Wild Queen, get it in there. Get, like, a Beatrix in there. And kind of run it like that. I haven't ran any Beatrix teams with it yet. It's the main good thing, I feel like, that I haven't actually tried yet. Which would be worth considering. I just realized, given that I'm not using a gold hero class, we actually don't have any good way to get the thing up over time. I actually kind of need to change that, don't I? Because Bronzelock's not going to have enough gold without a hero class like that. Oh, no, I guess it can kind of still work out. It's just a really slow start for his mana. But Worldbreaker gets really good start on his mana, which kind of offsets it. Yeah, that's a lot of Worldbreaker mana. There we go. What's the team? Let's see. We'll take that right over there. Grab the Worldbreaker down. Let's see. We'll grab the thing over there, get a Worldbreaker again. I feel like we can just run Worldbreaker the whole time. Well, what's the actual team, though, as far as their names? Not the code thingy. So, hello, Sir Wolf. Does anybody else get the ads for the Granny Gems? Yes. I even see them. Beatrix, Leprechaun, Possess King. Why the Possess King? Just for the explosion? I feel like you'd get better value putting Hero in there. Or a different Mythic. I don't think you would need it just for the explosions. Which does chain the board pretty well. But is that enough to actually consistently keep getting mana on it? It might be, actually. But I think I'm just going to stick with Worldbreaker for this event. And then we'll mess with the Mythic again. Because Worldbreaker seems to be doing it in pretty well. But then we're going to be doing a lot of messing around with the new Mythic. See what it can do. Good morning, Taryn. Welcome. Yep, it's almost 4th of July. Tomorrow will be it. I went away last 4th of July, not doing anything special this time though. Mostly because of the virus, obviously. Like most of the things you would do on 4th of July do not really work well with a virus around. Oh, I wish I had full mana right there. Oh, actually, we can just grab it from there. There we go. Perfect. Good morning to Krell. Welcome. My only concern with having him as the only damage source is if anything happens to him. I'm not sure if you can run that Mythic as the only damage source. Is because if you lose him, you basically lose the battle when he's in first slot like that. I guess Beatrix does some damage. Yeah, they both do have true damage together. I always see Beatrix more as a utility just for the cleanse. Its overall damage is less than Truffle, but it still gets some okay damage in it. Just a lot of different type of damage. I just feel like we've been 4 battles the entire time. We just keep getting Vow Ravens. Oh, the Vow Ravens. I'm actually gonna go for Wardbreaker first. It's probably the way to go here. I'll just take whatever. We're gonna have full mana on everything next turn anyways. Doesn't really matter too much what we go for there. Gosh, Wardbreaker's so broken for this event. Kills everything out so decently. Especially with that extra 12 magic. Amazing how many things get such a big increase from that. Actually, we're only running 8 magic right now. I forgot we're running 20% on it. So that's not even its final amount of damage it could potentially have. That's better to have a little bit of mana start. Get things rolling. I'm actually going to go for Bronze Lock here. It's not too many destroys, but still gets our mana going. And get a nice Wardbreaker in there. But honestly, we almost might be better off with like a mountain there or something. Just because with this hero class, we don't get nearly as much gold. And by not nearly as much gold, I mean almost no gold. We just finished that battle at 22. And Bronze Lock needs gold to function. Should have a Vow Raven here. Oh, no Vow Raven. Well, next battle should. I'd be really surprised if it doesn't. Vow Raven go. Yeah, there we go. And I may as well have 2 more battles then. Those will probably be the final 2 because I don't think we're going to be able to fit in another one there. Off of luck. Very unlikely that it would pop up. Let's see. We'll grab that for now. Oh, good. I got the Cascade going very well for us. I might even Bronze Lock pistol that just to make sure it doesn't escape. Just in case. And then we'll just clear out everything in this match and dead. There we go. What do we need here? Take the thing over. Get a ward breaker down. Grab a full board clear. Get another ward breaker there. If it'll let me. And down it goes. Oh, so hello, Bobs. Welcome. Hello, Elite Gaming. Welcome, welcome. Okay, final battle for invasions, at least for now. We'll get the rest in later. Once we actually have more sigil, that is. I'll take that over for now. Grab herself a yellow over there. Grab herself a... What do we need here? I'll take the green over there, get a ward breaker. And then it's Mythic testing time again. And it's a match. And just throw that down. There we go. And he's actually dead. It just had a weird delay kill thing. Explosions will do that sometimes. But there we go. And that's all rewards, which, if I'm not mistaken, go into our mail, which gives us the 65 gems as well as the random orb, of which we only get a useless orange, unfortunately. Then we get our tribute for 17. Pretty nice. It's like 1/4 of what we just got as well. Also, we got the really big kill 150 rates today, which works out pretty nicely. But we'll easily be able to get that for 100 gems. Though, of course, that's not to everyone. We just randomly got lucky on it today. But every single person has an individual one for the top one. However, the bottom 3 are the same for everyone. But the top one is completely random. Though we got lucky today, luckily. Hello, Marcelo! Welcome. Okay, let's go mess around with more teams in PvP. Let's see, we got more team slots over here. Let's mess around with this one. Let's see. Which one do we go for first? Let's go with a Beatrix team. So let's go, let's go with this. Let's get a B. Let's get a Leprechaun. At this rate, we could almost make this a green Guild War team. Actually, just for fun, let's make this pure green. Let's make this pure green real quick. What'd be our other option if we go pure green? Theoretically, we'd actually double Leprechaun it. What's a hero weapon that's green that isn't useless? Cauldron. Actually, Cauldron would be really interesting. Double his attack. You gotta waste a turn for it, though. Hey, what's under brown, green brown? Aside from Cauldron, though I think we're gonna have to go Cauldron. Yasmin's Pride, but that's not really worth it in this situation. Essence of Evil, I probably wouldn't want to use just because we can't put it in first slot. It's gonna be blocked on green. I think we run it like that. And then we change the banner, of course. What color are we not using? We should be missing a color. We're missing yellow. What's a good banner off of minus yellow? What color do we really need the most of? Probably blue-green, I would say. I'm not sure if I would want to plus my brown, since we're going to be converting it away anyways. And this is Guild War green then. And then you just hope for the really good initial Leprechaun. Okay, hero class. We probably want Entangle. We definitely want to Entangle starting off here. Counts as a wild folk there. Shaman, no. What's the other hero class that has that one tree? Doesn't Barbarian have it? No, I don't think it would really work out. I'm trying to think of what the best option for it would be. I don't want to use Archer. Hierophant, do you have Green Tree? No, you do not. That'd been very nice if you do. Monk, I'm pretty sure doesn't. Nope. Orb Weaver does, but wait, actually, does Orb Weaver have it? It should. Yeah, it has it. We wouldn't need it in this situation, though. Or would we? I don't know. Would it get enough mana naturally? Actually, you know what? I wouldn't be against using Orb Weaver for this. Mostly because the 7% instant kill thingy. We can make this work. I think we can make this work. Let's just roll this, see what happens. There's probably better hero class choices. Let's go roll with this. Okay, do we have alignment? No. It's too risky to go for here. So we'll go try to Beatrix then. Beatrix, don't miss. Go. Good. Can we just cast now? How about now? Yes. Let's just go for it. Dead. Move the other thing over. We'll go for a Cauldron. And then we'll go B. And then we go to the other thing. And that should be mad. Oh, never mind. We already won. Whoops. We won too quickly. I need the other damage. We might be doing Animal Crossing a little bit later today. I wasn't initially planning on it, but we might stream it for a little bit. I'm a little bit tired right now. This is one of the reasons I wasn't going to. What do we go for here? You only give 1 mana to all their allies, right? No, it's a random 2 mana to an ally, and I believe it has 1 to all as well. Doesn't that both? No, it only has the 1. And the chance that it would hit it is very unlikely. Okay, I'm just gonna go for the double then, and hope this lands. That or go for Beatrix first. We'd have to use up a turn for it. I think it'll be fine. And then match. I'm not sure how I feel about Cauldron in this team. Still not 100% certain on that. I wish we had something that would be 0 turn. Rope Dart works well for that. But no, there's no green extra turn weapon, is there? I don't believe there is. To skull or not to skull? That is the question. So he denies my brown there. And he gets a mana drain on the thing. Almost feel like risking it. But we'll take the safe move. Get a Beatrix down. Ooh, that magic kill right there. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, Doomed Glaive. Gotta really watch out for Doomed Glaive against this team. Yeah, we can go with Essence. We might have to. Cauldron just isn't cutting it. If you could auto extra turn Cauldron, it would work. But to waste your entire turn just to Cauldron. Does not seem worth it. Okay, let's go with, we'll try Essence. If I'm doing Essence, I kind of want it further up, though. Well, no, we kind of actually have to keep it back that far, don't we? Let's try Essence, and let's go something other than Orb Weaver. If we're going to move it up. We really need a better green hero class. There's not an insanely good green hero class. There's no perpetual green storm. There's no +1 to all stats per turn to all green allies. Neither of those even exist, let alone off a hero class. If we're doing it like this, I guess we'll go Archer. I forgot we get to give Wargears life every turn, sure. Better than nothing. Because our first slot is a Wargear. Alright, we can make this work. Any other change we want to make? I think that's fine for this team then. Let's give it a shot. Well, I went with Archer here since if we were going to move it up, we can use the instant kill off of it as a backup plan if we really had to. That's the main reasoning behind it. I'm just going to risk it. I think it's Essence of Evil, disable something. And dead. And this way we have a backup as well. This basically gives us a third damage source now. Since worst comes to worst, our hero will be able to cover a decent amount of damage now. One mana off, how unfortunate. I'll take some reds. I might have to stay entangled for this. He just ignores the fact that he's entangled. Oh, never mind, that was off extra turn. He literally did because we had cleanse. Let's see, we'll grab that. Hopefully we have a lineman here, even if we don't, I think I'm still going for it. As I just realized, he doesn't use magic, does he? So him being webbed actually means nothing. But yeah, he actually does not use magic. In any way, shape, or form. Ooh, missed the extra turn. I absolutely hate Beatrix. It's so meta, but I hate the fact that it has a non-guaranteed chance to extra turn. Ugh. Well, we'll have to keep messing around with teams. There's bound to be something even more broken. There has to be. Well, obviously we're messing with this right now. There was obviously teams better than this. But, I wanted to stick with a pure green for now. Did we have Green Guild War yet? Actually, Green Guild War is today. We might have to run it. I forgot, Green Guild War is literally today. We can run this at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna need to do that. Almost forgot about that. Yeah, we'll have to do that then. We're running this team for tonight, I think. But then again, this is probably gonna be weaker than the really strong Wild Queen team, though. Even trying to incorporate a Wild Queen into the team. Like, where would you put it? I guess you could drop Hero. That's risky. What about with Web Spinner? I don't think you would ever use this Mythic with Web Spinner. That is way too overkill. I'd also have too much of a mana conflict. And yes, it has the same amount of mana conflict as this. But you'd have to have the Web Spinner in front Whereas right now this is in front. Because obviously if you're using Web Spinner with this, the Web Spinner would be your damage, not the Mythic. Otherwise there's not much of a point in using Web Spinner in the team. There we go. I don't know, we might have to run it for Green Guild War Day today. If nothing else, just for the sake of he literally came in today. And the fact that it's Green Day right now. We're probably going to run this tonight. It might score less than Wild Queen. But if nothing else, we got to try it at least. And see how it goes. Oh yeah, we'll use this for Guild War tonight then. It has been decided. Unless we figure out another green team. But it definitely seems like it'll work. Has all the components you would need. And it's already set up to be able to work for Guild Wars. The way that the team composition is. And has the anti-cleanse and everything. Next patch has no resource sync related to trade stones or maps, or even just in general, for the most part. There's like an ever so slight gem sync. However, to gem sync, most people will not be putting gems into. So it's not really a gem sync, if it's not going to sync anything. Because it's very optional. And most people will not opt for it. Yes. I'm pretty sure everyone loves the Mythic as much as you do. It's one of the strongest Mythics in the game. We're still in the testing phases. But it's looking really good. But yeah, also to everyone who was asking about Animal Crossing, I don't think we're going to do Animal Crossing today. Let's see. I'm just too tired for today. And if nothing else, we'll just set and prep up to do it nicely tomorrow then. Which was initially the game plan anyways. Let's see. It's the only problem with recording that video so early in the morning. We're able to get it out in the first hour. But the only problem with that is I have to be up at 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. Which messes with my sleep schedule. Because reset time is so weird for Gems of War. It's the dead of night. However, I think it was the quickest I've ever gotten a Mythic video out, if nothing else. We got it out within the first hour. Mostly because I made the teams prior to the thingy. So I didn't need to waste time making teams, because I already had them all pre-made. And I didn't need to do any time using or testing the teams, because, well, we're doing that now. But also because we do the key opening beforehand. So we wouldn't have even owned it yet. And a smash. Gosh, that gets so much damage. But there's plenty of battles that aren't going to have battle crashers. We're doing enough iterations of battles that won't have it. What is the battle crasher right now? That for 500 gold. I was wondering why we're seeing so many goblin rockets. I honestly didn't even notice that. But yeah, for the entirety of this weekend, we get extra gold from these battle crashers. That's pretty cool. And technically an extra soul as well for each battle that it appears on. What team are you referring to? What adjustment did you make? You said dump the weapon, but you didn't say what to replace it with. I don't know, I kind of like the safety entangle just in case. If anything, that's almost like the main reason we're even using it. Then it gets our color kind of going initially. With the new Mythic. I don't have 2 copies of the new Mythic. My green Guild War team? Oh yeah, let me go double check. I haven't actually tried testing in that yet with the replacing it out. Oh gosh, we just got Goblin looped. Goblin looped. That's why we run Frost Mage against it. The easiest way to ever win against that team, if you ever find you're having struggles with it, literally just set Frost Mage and you'll auto win. Well, it's not auto win, but you know, it's a pretty easy win. Let me see. Where's my normal Guild War green? Replace hero with Mythic. Oh, we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Replace Doomed Glaive with Lord. We'll give it a shot, see what happens. Only problem is Apothecary is full blocked, which makes Apothecary kind of useless now. So I guess we got to replace it with Beatrix. Where did my team go? Where's my Guild War green? Okay, now it's fixed because now we have our cleanse automatically. My concern with this is it's going to be really slow start. Like really, really slow start. We'd always Leprechaun it, but then we can't go Possess King. It's going to be super slow start. We would lose by the time we even get a cast. Obviously, we won't lose this battle, though. Just because we're not up against a real team. Yeah, let me go replace out Possess King with Leprechaun. We'll change up this whole team at this point. There we go. See how this goes. That should be the dead. Oh, or a complete miss. Imagine that happening in Guild Wars and getting wiped by a spider. Imagine you're about to go flawless in Guild Wars and then a Orb Weaver spider is like, not today. That is exactly what has happened. That is so devastating if that was the miss in a Guild War. That's probably my biggest concern with using this in Guild War. Could you imagine a Orb Weaver spider wiping your whole team? Yeah, this might actually be too risky for Guild Wars. Like, that wasn't even a bad board to cast that on. It just completely misses on it. If you miss with this, if you miss with that troop, you lose automatically. And in PvP, that doesn't matter. But in something like Guild Wars, that is way too risky. One nice thing about... Well, actually, I guess this thing has it too. I was gonna say with Doomed Glaive you have a higher consistency because they convert. This has a convert too, so I don't know. I guess they both kind of work in that regard. I don't know. It definitely has a higher mana cost liability, which makes things a lot harder to get rolling. We also have to drop Possess King, because there's just no room for it, because you have to go Leprechaun to even have a chance of getting mana up at a quick enough rate. When it works really well, though. Like, there's almost 9,700 potential if it could actually work properly. The problem is that one battle where it just randomly doesn't work can cost you an entire battle and lose. What are you doing, agiling? Nothing else. It's definitely a lot of fun to use. We're definitely using it for Guild War, though. See how it goes. I'm not sure if this would be a permanent green Guild War change, though. I definitely intend on using this troop, but I'm not 100% sure if Green Guild War Day will be today. Just has a really slow mana start. Even more so than the other team. And that's not a good idea for Guild Wars. Because there's a lot of teams that go way quicker. Especially with Empowers and other stuff like that. I'll probably still give it a shot for today. Ooh, that miss. Because we've got two things we got to worry about missing. Technically, Beatrix, too. There's no safe cast on this team. Not a single thing has a safe cast where you will guarantee not get backfire. Unless you have alignment on his Brown. In which case that happens. But assuming he doesn't have alignment on Brown, there is no safe guarantee extra turn unless he has alignment on Brown. I almost feel like Leprechaun needs to go in front of the thing so we can actually get purple into it. Otherwise that Leprechaun is just being used for a single cast and then nothing else. Oh good, it didn't get infinite summons. Yeah, it's kind of surprising that this Mythic is almost more so used for its ability than its final trait. I was not actually expecting that to be the case, but it does appear to be the case in many instances. His viability in second slot is way higher than I would have initially anticipated. I mentioned that in the video, but yeah, he is surprisingly good in second slot. Which I'm really surprised because he's kind of like a web spinner in his trait thingy. Yet, isn't actually as viable in first, surprisingly. Not to say that he isn't viable in first. The biggest issue is his 27 mana cost. 27 is a really high mana cost to have in first slot. There is a Guild War Day where I do run Zugoff, particularly Purple Guild War Day, where he's in first slot. Well, you have enough other mana accumulation that's normally not that big a deal. Hello. Speaking of web spinner, let's see. We'll throw that down. Ooh, that big miss. That massive miss right there. I'm gonna risk this. It's the PvP. We might as well. Not sure if I would have went for that in Guild Wars, but might as well get it down. Oh, yeah, that's the big issue with this team too. What do you do when you finally run out of mana? You kind of need Leprechaun moved or something. Otherwise, that's gonna happen. Have I done the evasion teams yet? Yes, we went through the entirety of invasions. Ended up running it with the same thing we ran yesterday for the earlier battles, and then I switched to Word Breaker and just killed it out quickly with that. But yeah, I went down super quick. This is why we already moved on to the Mythic. Let's see, we'll move that over. Get our blue. Throw this down. Get a Wild Queen in there. Do we risk this? It's probably not worth it. Honestly, I kind of just want a board clear. And then we go for it. If he can even live that long, gosh. What team is that, Soren? Okay, you know what? Let's test a web spinner in first. Gonna try something. We're gonna try something. Let's see what this does. I'm concerned with blocking that much mana though. On what that will do to the team. Because that's a really heavy mana block. Like really, really heavy. Yeah, it's going to be too much mana block. It won't work. If there is somehow some way to give all that mana, that'd be amazing. Actually, Tulio. Replace out Leprechaun with Tulio? That takes so long to get rolling, though. To actually get things... so what team is he using? Oh, he's using a Doomed Axe with a bunny to give it Bless. Interesting combination. Because you try giving it Bless in order to keep it from having stats effects and for the cleanse. And then that gives you Doomed Weapon. You did run Tulio, it's too slow, is it? Let's give it a shot. But yeah, it'd probably be too slow. But might as well give it a shot. See what happens. But yeah, it does take a while to get rolling. We're gonna need a +2 yellow, +1 green. Minus blue is fine, I guess, because we need to do it on green. Okay, let's see what this does. Probably too slow, but we'll give it a shot. So right off the bat, we want to grab yellow twice, which is the biggest part where it starts getting slow. Because what if you don't have a yellow on the board? Yeah, it's gotta be too slow. Takes way too much startup. Like the next turn after this turn, we'd pretty much be dead in a normal Guild War battle. If we didn't already get rolling. Yeah, it's too slow. We didn't even get to cast a Tulio. And we already would have been wiped at this point in a normal Guild War. I should have taken that green, actually. Whoops. Yeah, Tulio is way too slow. Tulio is way, way too slow. So scratch that plan. Never mind. Okay, let's go and let's try working with this. Leprechaun. We had something kind of going here. Let's go for our next option. Beatrix or not the Beatrix? We were doing Beatrix earlier. Trying to think if there's something else that would fit there. What are we still missing color-wise anyways? We're missing a green-yellow. What's a green-yellow that isn't Tolio, that isn't bad? Ideally is also mana accumulation. What's under power for green-yellow? Other than summer? Nothing. I guess this is superior, well, I guess it's an empower cleanse. There's nothing to feed Moonrabbit into. We don't have any yellow on the team. Unless we replace that Wild Queen. But there's no yellow troop on the team. It would be kind of pointless to have the convert 4. Yeah, and there's no point in really running Sister Superior for the most part. Because we might as well just run Beatrix at that point. Oh, let's try Beatrix again. We're gonna try it this way. Oops, that's not one. No, not Leprechaun in first slots. Let's see. What do I want here? I want a green. +2 blue-green. Which is technically +2 green since Leprechaun. Let's see what this does. Same team, different order. Yeah, it's actually worth going for. But yeah, his skull damage is surprisingly not effective. Like, I was not expecting his skull output to actually be that bad. But yeah, his value is definitely in his ability. What am I doing? I could just kill with skull, couldn't have. Luckily this isn't Guild War, so it doesn't matter. Is Wardbreaker worth spending event keys on? For the most part, no. I did use him for the invasion event, but he's generally not really that good. He has the second highest mana cost of any troop in the game for pretty average ability. He doesn't have anything unique enough to make him viable. He's pretty much just a cookie cutter full AoE troop. Also, we just got obliterated by the thingy. If we really wanted to try playing it out, we probably could still win, but this isn't Guild War, so we don't need to. Yeah, honestly, I'm feeling like this Mythic might be too risky for Guild War. It's definitely a high risk, high reward kind of option if you go forward in Guild War. Problem is he dies way too quick. And building a team where he's further back is going to have a really big mana issue. Well, we could try it. I kind of want to try an assassin team with him, to be honest. See how that pans out. Use Jar of Eyes. Let's see, we'll throw that down. There we go. Okay, let's go. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't use Jar of Eyes in front. But you could behind it, but then you couldn't go queen. What do I want to go change? There's a change I wanted to make here. Who are we going to replace, though? Gotta get rid of Beatrix. I don't think there's a way around it. We gotta get rid of Beatrix and go Assassin. Let's give it a shot. If we want to go Assassin, we gotta get rid of Beatrix. I'll click the right one eventually. So, perks. 2x skull damage. Freeze when we get a kill. 5 gold every turn, because why not? Do we need either Storm at start of battle? I guess we could go Blue Storm. Stealthy, dodge, and 7%. But of course, the main thing we're using it for is at 10%. Okay, let's see what this does. Oh yeah, we need a weapon there. That might help. We can go Essence. We can go... Let's see, green weapons that aren't useless. But yeah, I don't think I would want to go Jar of Eyes. I'd rather go Essence at that point if we're using it in first slot. We could technically go Doomed Glaive, but they convert out the same thing, so I probably wouldn't want to. If it was something else, I'd consider it. Yeah, I might have to go Essence. I don't really have enough of any one typing to go into something else. Not sure how I feel about Essence like that, though. But I can give it a shot, see what happens. Do we change up banner? I almost feel like going heavier into green, but they're probably going to counter green. Which makes me hesitant to consider it. Well, we're trying to do pure green at the moment. If we could do that consistently for every Guild War battle, we'd be so ridiculously high score. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm trying to do pure green at the moment. We will be messing with other teams soon. But it is Green Guild War Day, and I want to try using this Mythic for Guild War later. We won't be doing that to stream the Guild War, but doing that later tonight. But I still want to test for it, if nothing else. Oh, Rope Dart without Stealthy. That's very rare. Rope Dart almost always goes with Stealthy. Whoa, that's a lot of value. Maybe I should have disabled its first slot, gosh. He is surprisingly effective in second slot. I still feel like he would more often than not be used in first still. But he's a lot more viable than second in more situations than I thought he'd be. Like I said, he'd be used in like 10% in second slot. It's probably close to like 40%. Ha! That's funny. We just got a free 7% kill off of his firebomb casting and killing itself. I didn't even realize that's a thing. It did it twice! Oh, that's great. We just got double assassinate on firebombs. That is pretty funny. It always triggers when you need it the least, and when you actually need it, it never wants to actually trigger. Oops, we're frozen, aren't we? Yeah, it's a big liability of this team. They'll obviously be able to set that prior. We'll be able to set Orpheus's. Though not against Obsidius, we wouldn't be able to. But we would normally be able to counter that at least a little bit, if nothing else. Whereas in PvP, we don't really need to worry about it because battles go quick enough that we just ignore immunities or stats effects like that. Because it's quicker for speed just to ignore it in PvP. Whereas in Guild Wars, obviously you wouldn't. But we're not playing Guild Wars right now. Even though it is a Guild War team. Another Assassinate. That's why we're using Assassin. Can disable it, play it safe, and then we get the kill there. But yeah, I might use this for Green Guild War today. We're definitely using him for Green Guild War. And I think this might be the final verdict on the team we use. If nothing else, it'll be a lot of fun to mess around with. Okay. Slightly problematic. Oh, you don't get any explosions, do you? While you're webbed. Honestly, I should almost just keep Orpheus as my default at this point. When using this team. If we're running without Beatrix. Kill it already. There you go. Gosh. Orb Weaver. Oh, we're still running magic? I did not realize that. There we go. Let's try this again. Okay, now that we don't need to worry about stats effects. Also, I forgot to mention in the video earlier this morning, but this Mythic has no way to half mana start. It's the first construct Mythic in the game. And Warriors and Constructs both do not have 50% mana start. So 20% mana start's the best you could ever give it. Which is very unfortunate. Gosh, Assassin's such a high risk, high reward thing. I figured it'd be good synergy with another thing that's already set up like that. Such a weird Mythic. It's really good though. Definitely unique. What team is he? He's using it with Zugov? Gosh, that thing's mana cost. What was his last slot? I can't tell because Goblin Rocket was there. Let me see at the start of battle. He was using Beatrix. So his team is Lord, Mountain, Zugov, B. I guess that would work. That's an interesting composition. It seems more like an Explore 12 build than anything else, though. But I could technically have Delve overlap. I didn't try using it with Zugov yet. I figured using the highest mana cost troop with the second highest mana cost troop wouldn't work out too well. But, there's a lot of damage once you get it going. Problem is, it takes a mile and a half before you get it going. It's definitely an interesting composition. Has everything you need. Has the one really good mana accumulator. Has your instant kill. Has your second skull spam for your skull spammer. Has your really heavy first slot skull spammer while still having some tank ability. Has your backup tank through the mana accumulator. And has Beatrix for cleanse, which is supposed to be in last slot, but it got replaced. I need to take that red then, even if we give him mana. I hate the order in which it does that. You don't get like any effects onto Impervious until the second time. Yes. Once you get the cast, that should pretty much be team wipe. We done enough with green. We're probably going to be the final verdict of rolling with that. Let's go test another team. Let's roll with, not that. Let's roll with, Mountain. Has Titan. And Zugoff. If I could spell Zugoff right. Gosh, they really love using double Val. So many weird mythics have double Vals in them. And we'll go with Titan. Played super safe. Okay, there we go. Nice, safe Titan. What else do we need to revamp? Is that it? There we go. Oh, banner. What would we want for banner? What other minus yellows do we have? I'm liking that. The +2 blue. I don't know, do we really need any amount of plus brown? Because once you get things rolling, you're gonna have like infinite brown. The main reason I kind of want +1 brown, in case we get zeroed out and we see a 5 times brown. Yeah, I know. I don't think we need the +1 brown. I don't know. We might stick with the banner and just see. Let's try without +1 brown first. Let's give it a shot. See what happens. Oh, I didn't even see that there. Get a mountain going. Destroy everything. Yep, you get it going, it just auto wins. Oh, and unless we miss. Gosh, this thing really loves just randomly missing sometimes. This would be an interesting thing to test in Explore 12. I've been meaning to test Explore 12 teams. I feel like this would be the Explore 12 team. I'm pretty sure if you'd bother bringing this into Explore, this would be the team you'd roll it with. The only big concern is the lack of Empower. Because if you don't get a brown at starting board, it goes a lot slower. Which we've gone multiple turns now without it. And what do we do? Just deny out our thing right now? It's really weird when you can't get a Mountain Crusher up before everything. Like if you somehow get Savage Hunter before Mountain Crusher, which would be very rare. But if that happens, I don't know, just kind of weird. Oh, we finally got Mountain. Not sure if we can get away with full mana before he does something. Nope. But then you have the backup of the Zugoff into the Mountain thing. Let's see, throw that down. Can you be any more annoying, Orb Weaver? Let me know. 1 HP. It's gonna get 100% chance it has a Orb Weaver summon. Okay, good. It actually didn't get it somehow. 35% chance that 100% of the time it'll get a summon. Hey, here we go. Another life and death team. So hopefully get an actual start this time. Got a Brown on the board. Yeah, this team really suffers by not having a first turn Brown or getting Mountain off of explosions. Like, not getting Mountain Crusher up as immediately as possible with no Browns in sight is really bad for this team. Like, you pretty much auto lose if the board isn't set up that way. And it's like auto win otherwise. It's a really weird team. I don't know, I might need to go test the Delves and see. Let's go bring this over to, not Delves, I mean Explore. Let's go bring this over to Explore. See how it goes. So in Explorer we won't need Cleanse, so let's go double Season. Okay, let's bring this over to Explore and see what happens. Where's my 20% currently? 20%, where are you? Bright Forest. Okay, let's go see what happens. We'll go in here with this team and see. Drock Savage, what was your thing? Had time to drink some water. Yeah, I have water here. Actually, I'd even open up the second water bottle. I already finished out the first one earlier while I was recording the video thing. Refreshing. What do I go for here? I'm still not sure how I feel about Jar of Eyes on this team. Because you'd get Blue Storm from it. Which I'm not sure is as effective as Brown Storm. Do we risk it? Sure, why not? Let's see what happens. It's not like we're doing Guild Wars. We could take the risk. And he's dead. Lord Gorgotha, Mountain Crusher, Leprechaun? That's definitely extremely safe. I have a lot of mana accumulation. My biggest concern is only damage source Mythic. I was mentioning that earlier too. With a Beatrix, it's not as bad as only damage source because technically, obviously, Beatrix is the second one. But I don't think you should ever run it as first slot only damage. It's a bit of a liability if he doesn't get rolling. I probably should have done that to the not death marked one. I must keep forgetting he even has Death Mark. He also has a 1 to 2 bleed as well. Okay, what do we even get here? We'll take over a brown over there. Get our mountain going. Yeah, I normally don't cover teams for all the invasions because we've already done a video for every invasion that exists. Most of them are pretty recent too. Because all the events are already repeating. Like, we already had his Centaur invasions before. What do we grab here? Take a mountain down. We've tried a team already very similar to it. Just not with all that mana. Like, I don't understand the Gorgoltha mostly in that team. What's the point of a Gorgoltha in second slot? Behind the thing. Other than just for another explosion. What do we take here? Gosh, this is a really bad starting board. Honestly, any board that doesn't have a brown right at start is a horrifically bad site for this team. Which makes me think it is not viable for invasions. Even though we're literally running it for right now. But from a speed perspective, if you do not get a brown at start, you have no speed whatsoever with the team. The Mythic literally got full mana at the same time as the Mountain Crusher. That is pretty sad. Let's see. Get that down. Get our other poke there. Yeah, if you're not on the final invasion, if you're not on one of the final 2 invasions, you could theoretically repick for it. You gotta go through a lot of extra menus because of how it is. It'll be like, hey, do you want to actually exit out? And then you have to make sure you click the right one and all that. I'm not sure if it'd be worth it. Plus, it would only work on the first 4. It wouldn't work on mini-boss, and it wouldn't work on final. Otherwise, you'd lose your loot. But when it works really well for invasion. Problem is, it just doesn't always work. Which is concerning. I kind of don't want to take that brown, but sure. Is there a Wargear class? No. There's currently no Wargear class in any game. There's no Wargear class, and there's no half mana star for Wargears. So yeah, there's very little you can use Wargear-wise in synergy to this Mythic. Which is very unfortunate. Also, we need to go hand out a code soon. Still haven't handed out a code. Need to go do that. Yeah, we got a mountain down. Yeah, I'm not caring for this in Explore, to be honest. It's not bad. I just don't feel like I'd bother doing this the entire time for Explore. I feel like the area I would use them absolute most is PvP. Because I'm kind of concerned ever using him in Guild War, even though we will be messing with him slightly. He reminds me almost like Raph in regard to Guild Wars. Really insanely good when it works, but such a high liability when it doesn't. And that definitely seems like this Mythic. Let's see. Can I show Tower Team? What do you mean Tower Team? You mean Invasions? There's no Tower event currently going on. Hello, Dorade. Congrats on the new Mythic, thank you. Did you create a playlist for key openings for all the Mythics you have? I actually have not. I could try compiling one at some point. I feel like a lot of the playlists we have now are kind of pointless because you're starting to get so many videos that it's kind of hard to watch them all. Even for a Mythic one, we've gotten like, what, 40, 50 something Mythic key opening videos? How long would that be? Let's see. If you were to watch every single one of them, let's assume 20 minutes each. Because I think that's about what they come out to. Let's just say 15. Let's lowball it. Let's just say 15 times, or 50, I mean, times 15. I completely did that wrong. Whoops. Wow. Am I that tired that I mistyped that badly? 50 times 15. 750 hours. That's a lot of hours. Probably it's closer to 1,000 as well. It's at least like 750 hours. If I was to make a playlist of all of them. That's a lot of time. And it might even be higher than that. Anyways, which one should we go test next? Let's not stop doing Invasion, go back to PvP. We could try that one with a Gorgoltha thingy. I personally don't feel like it's going to work that well, though. But, I'll give it a shot. Gorgoltha... Leprechaun... The biggest issue is, it's gonna die too quick. Like, if it dies, you lose. Oh, did I say minutes? I meant hours. I meant to say hours, not minutes. Oh, wait, never mind. I didn't convert the thingy thing. Hold up. Am I that tired? Gosh. Let's see. 50 times 15. Yeah, my bad. You have to divide that by, that's not that bad. Never mind. Yeah, I was gonna say, that seemed way too high. I'm just tired right now. The problem with, recording a video that early. Yeah, duh, that's like, 12.5 hours. I was gonna say, that seemed like way too high of a number to me. Yeah, I know. I did the math, or I didn't do the math wrong. I'm just being weird right now. Have you tried the Wild Queen with Lord? Yes, I have. It's pretty decent. We're probably doing it for Guild War. I'm not sure if it's going to be our permanent Guild War, but we will be testing it for Guild War. Can you try Explore with Gimlet instead of Beatrix? What would you mana generate the thing into? Just Mountain Crusher? It seems like a lot of brown with 2 troops just to get a cast off. But it could work. I'll go test this other one first. But yeah, we could try it with that. If nothing else, it gives Enrage. So we're definitely going to get a one-shot once the ability goes down. Because the entire board will be brown, plus we have Enrage. There's no way that wouldn't one-shot. Seems like extreme overkill, though. But we could definitely see how it goes. What was I doing? I need Mountain Crusher, and I need... what was the other troop here? Oh, so Marco mentioned Slaughter, Crusher, Glaceon, Bloodhammer. Basically using it with Glaceon, Bloodhammer combo. That would end up working out pretty well. It's basically a full team of... what's it called? Of Doomskull spam. Basically taking every good Doomskull spammer in the game and putting into one team. That could definitely work. Doing it with Glaceon Bloodhammer. And just having the Crusher for mana. Anyways, let me go test this one team that was mentioned. What was the other troop? I can't even find it now. Where'd it go? I'm completely lost at this point. Let's see. Gorgolfa, Mountain Crusher, Leprechaun. Just need a mountain. But it has a lot of mana accumulation. I'm just concerned with Lord or Slaughter as the only thing. What else do we need to revamp here? What color are we not using, or is that everything? Nope, that's all the things. And Mountain Crusher's full blocked as well. Wait, is Mountain Crusher supposed to go in front of it? Never mind, yeah, I was gonna say. No, that was the other team. Yeah, Gorgolfa in front of Mountain Crusher? That's weird. I'll give it a shot. Yeah, Banner's probably fine, actually. I'll just roll with it. Let's see. We'll take that over for now. Grab our explosion. Convert. Dead. Let's see. We'll take that over. Get the other thing down. Get the other one down. Cast another mana. Cast another mana. Well, we're definitely not going to run ever out of casting mana casts. But the only problem is one miss and you lose the battle. I guess if you're using this just for PvP, it could work. But I don't foresee it working in any other situation. Because the second your first slot dies, you reset the battle. There is no point in playing out the battle the second your first slot dies. But yeah, I actually see the reasoning behind Gorgolfa now. It's because he has Cleanse attached to him. That one buff that it did, yeah, and then you just lose. Actually, is it worth playing out? Let's see. No, we're not going to be able to. You literally just retreat the second it dies. I just feel like that's going to happen way too often to make this team not viable. Because the second he dies, you retreat. And the amount of time he's going to potentially die to random stuff is just going to be way too high. When he doesn't die, it works pretty nicely. But there's a high chance he will die randomly. Let's see. But yeah, it could definitely work as a PvP team. I don't feel like I'd personally use it. But it definitely would work. Oh, we didn't get Surge there. I should probably just taken his mana to full. We don't have a cleanse for that, do we? For when first slot gets frozen like that. Do we just pass our turn? I'll sort that for now. Oh, that big miss. And then we lose. Rip. It was already looking bad anyways. Okay, what's the next Lord of Slaughter team we should mess with? What have I not tested it with? I'm trying to think. What mechanic have we not used with it yet? I guess Gimlet we haven't. I personally don't feel like we would need it though. That just seems like a lot of overkill. Unless they had like Gorgolfa first slot or something similar. I don't think you would necessarily need the Gimlet option. Construct a construct team? Oh yeah, what's that one construct weapon? mana accumulate 4. I know there's no construct hero class, but it creates brown and purple. You can actually build pure blue out of it, potentially, even. Yeah, we can construct a construct. Such a weird build to go for, but we'll see how it goes. What am I looking for? We really need a construct hero class. Let's go construct a construct. Actually, construct teams can actually be really devastating now that a mythic exists for them. This, if I'm not mistaken, is the only the only construct mythic in the game. Oh, not counting treasure. But yeah, it is the first, not counting sacred treasure. It is the first and only mythic construct in the game. Sacred treasure doesn't count. Okay, what do we have? What do we have? Gimlet Obsidius? That could end up working. Having stun for it would help in some situations. It would be situational based on what their traits are. Oh, what do we want here? What do we want? What do we want? Oh, turtle cannon. Interesting. Interesting. Hold up. Turtle cannon. And what color are we missing at this point? Just yellow, right? What is a blue-yellow that isn't useless? We might have just built a construct pure blue team. That might be overcommitting a little bit to too many things at once. Silent Sentinel, go. No, just kidding. There's no room for Silent Sentinel. No, there's no way you can make it a pure construct with that. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. No, if we go blue-yellow, like, what's our options? It's literally just that, right? Yeah, that and glass golem. Which isn't really that helpful at all. We have no way of getting... Wait, does this have silence attached to it? Probably not. It's the only way Silent Sentinel would be viable. No. Actually, it creates a brown storm, oddly enough, which actually is pretty useful. We can go KrissTigger. KrissTigger's not a construct, though. It's gonna ruin our pure construct. Yeah, elemental beasts. Oh no, I might just go to mirror thing. I just want to see what this weapon can do. Why'd I type in mirror? What's it even called? Crystal Golem? It's something golem. Let's just type in golem. There, just glass golem. Okay, pure construct team. Well done, hero. Okay. So. Now we just need a banner. Trying to think of all the hero classes that have that one construct tree. I believe it's... I'm pretty sure it's under guard. At this point, we're probably better off just going Corsair, which I'm pretty sure does not have guard. Because we get Hunter's Mark, we get all the blues. I think everything on is already set to be correct. Too bad it doesn't have the construct one. I think it was pretty pointless anyways. It was like 10 HP to all constructs or something. Okay, and then we change our banner to... we definitely need a +1 purple. I think we can minus red for the extra blue. Because you create blue, right? No, you create purple and brown. Which we're going to get a lot of green mana accumulated. Like a lot. Having a +1 brown actually wouldn't be that bad. I need a +2 purple brown then. I think might be our best bet. We could minus yellow for the extra brown, but I'd rather just honestly go +1/+1 at that point and just keep our +3 blue off the other thing. This is a weird team. But here we go. Just for fun. Here's a construct. We have constructed a construct team. This is as pure of a construct team as you could possibly make. It's 3 times construct with hero. Because there's no hero class with construct. To try using it with this weapon. Is it really that viable? No. But I figured it'd be fun to mess around with. It's not viable. But obviously there's much better options. Just figured it'd be a funny thing to mess with. Not that often you see construct teams. Mostly because they've been pretty bad for a while other than the Guardians. But now we finally have a whole nother troop type that's not horrifically bad. Also, this weapon's pretty cool. It mana generates back into itself. Only problem is it doesn't mana generate anything into the Mythic. So it doesn't actually work out that well, does it? So we could use this to get back to the Mythic. There we go. That's a weird team. But there you go. There's a pure construct team. It's not just pure blue. I mean, it's not just pure construct, but it's also pure blue. Well, aside from hero not being construct, but it's impossible to make it a construct currently. Anyways. Obviously, that was just for fun. I kind of need Lord back in there for messing with Lord. Okay, next team. Anyone have any suggestions? Feel free to leave them. Otherwise, let's figure out what we want next. I haven't tried it with Bunny. We have seen some Bunny teams in PvP. Compared to just using B, I feel like B or Orpheus's are the better route personally rather than going Bunny. They ended up doing it into Divinia, if I'm not mistaken, for like a bit of skull spam. Mountain Crusher, Mistralis, Leprechaun. Yeah, I haven't tried it with Mistralis. Yeah, I guess we'll give it a shot. Haven't tried it with Mistralis. Gosh, how did I mistype that incorrectly? There we go. Now we just need to change our banner accordingly. So we definitely want at least +1 brown. The other mana goes to... honestly, we could just go double brown. And just not minus anything. Oh, where's some good brown banners? Brown-blue looks good. Oh, but minus is purple, though. Let's go double brown. Keep it simple. And let's go with a Titan. Ultra basic. Though I kind of like having Hunter's Mark. What's Shaman's full kit? Yeah, it's not worth it. I'd rather just use Archer at that point. Even that's not as optimal as I'd want it to be, though. Warden isn't worth it, right? That could be under some circumstances. That's the spell. Warden is actually surprisingly not bad. There's a lot of aspects after you keep looking at Warden. Like, on paper, it seems like one of the worst hero classes in the entire game. Not as bad as Knight, but pretty bad. But you start, like, looking into all the kind of weird things it can do that other hero classes can't. And it's actually not that bad. There's a lot of really weird things in combination that it covers that no other hero class gets to do. At least in that kind of combination. Oh, gosh. That was one of the best Lust casts I've ever seen. Good thing this isn't Guild Wars. Because that team's actually Guild War viable. I'm pretty sure that was the strongest lust I've ever seen. Alright, we're just gonna retreat. It's a life and death team. We're gonna be here forever. What are you doing being 1 mana short? I'll take that. I want a mountain, but the board looks so bad for it. But we actually do gain green extra turn, so I guess it's worth it. Oh, no, we don't. Because the other one got exploded. Fail. Luckily, we still get the kill, though. Be funny if they added a troop that does lethal damage to stealthy somehow. Wait, does Assassin not have stealthy? I'm pretty sure Assassin has stealthy. I'm almost guarantee it has a tree that has stealthy on it. Haven't used it much lately. But I am pretty sure Assassin has stealthy. Unless I misread what your statement was. But it has something that has multiple lethals while also having stealthy. I'd be really surprised if Assassin didn't have it. I can double check. Does it not? Because that combination you just mentioned already exists. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. I'm like 95% certain he has stealthy. Yeah, he is stealthy. So I'm not sure exactly what you meant by that. This is misread your statement. But Assassin is both lethal and stealthy. You mean a way to do lethal if they are stealthied? Like Scorpius? Oh. Well, you can stun them. If we ever get a cursed stun in one single troop, that'd probably be the most viable way to do it. However, the other way is, assuming they don't currently have Bless, you stun them and then you can do whatever to them. That's normally the current way of doing it. It's normally too much troops to have to put both Curse and Stun in your team. We need a really good Stun Curse option on one single troop. That 4 times Curse stuns the entire enemy team. If we ever get a really good option for that, it could have a lot of potential. The only other way you could kind of do it is with 7% instant kill or Assassin's 10% to last slots. However, that would hit through stealthy. However, where life and death normally is located, it wouldn't really be able to be applicable. So I feel like this team could potentially be decent. Though, I feel like I'm doing it pretty bad. Oops, I did not mean to X out of that fail. Well, I guess we're running away from that battle. I meant to try running away from the battle, and I just clicked the X. Oh, gosh. That's a gigantic fail. Also, let me go hand out a code. I still haven't yet. That is a massive fail. I think that's the first time I've ever done that, actually. Good sign I am very tired. Accidentally hitting the X rather than the settings. They are right next to each other, though. Like, here's the settings, and here's the X. Like, that's the difference between it. Like, right here will be settings. Right here we'll close the tab. Yeah, I opted to record the video early. And the only problem with that, when doing an earlier stream, is I was up to like 5. Because I started messing with it at 3. It's fully recorded by 4. It was up by like 4:30 or whatever it was. By the time we went through YouTube and everything. And we got the thumbnail and everything. Which it was closer to 5. It was like 4:30 or 5, I don't remember. And I was still up for a little bit, kind of winding down. And yeah, so I didn't get much sleep. And then woke up at like 9. Only problem with recording it early. Super early. We'll get that down for now. So I'll go hand out a code after this battle. Get some green for now. But yeah, this is a really annoying mythic to play against. We haven't really seen too many of it yet, because, well, it just came out today. But there's going to be a lot of really annoying defend teams with this. They wouldn't necessarily use offensively, but defensively would just be the most annoying things ever to bother facing. Kind of curious to see what ends up forming out of that. I'm not sure if I'm adjusting any of my Guild War teams this week to compensate for that. You've got to be kidding me. You remember when I said I was going to switch out Assassin from this team? Well, I forgot to do so, and it's somehow 3-3. I have no clue how. That's 3 wins, 3 losses. That's not a perfect win rate. That'd be kind of funny if it was. But, yeah, there's 50% win rate. How's it doing so good all of a sudden? That's kind of funny. But yeah, it's a weird version of Rope Dart, Divinish Ball Equivalent kind of combo, where you run with Assassin. It's normally pretty bad, because you entangle that team and it kind of falls entirely apart. Unless Moon Rabbit can kind of get the cleanse going and everything. But, I don't know, it's been doing really bad in many Guild Wars lately. Yet now it has the highest win rate of any team we've had all week. I don't understand defend teams in Guild Wars sometimes. Like, some of our best teams have, like, none. And then this thing's like, Assassin, let's just go kill everything. With 10%, 7%. I think that might be one of the things, too. Like, going for the really high-risk RNG options. Like, Assassin is either going to auto-win or auto-lose. There's almost no in-between. And apparently it just decided to auto-win some. Because he has 3 gimmicky, like, mechanics that are all percent-based. That are really important to the class. He has 30% skull dodge. He has 10% instant kill every skull. And he has 7% instant kill every kill. So every kill you get has a chance of just getting another kill. If he at any point ever triggers the 7% instant kill thingy, you basically auto-win. And if you somehow trigger a 10% into a 7%, you super auto-win. And if you somehow skull spam into a 10% into a 7%, you'll literally just triple killed in a single cast. Which is very rare, but it does happen. Anyways. Let me go hand out code. Also, we almost got our 150 red kills, it looks like. So close. We need 14 more. Then we get 100 gems, which is a pretty hefty amount. Let me go get code. Where to go? Also, Salty, give me more codes. We got 3 codes left after this. Those 3 codes will be for tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday night. And then hopefully she'll have more for me by Sunday night or Monday. Because we'll be out of codes otherwise. Also, Monday preview, or Monday will be the preview for version 5.0. No official date as far as when it's coming, but it's definitely 100% coming before the 20th. And is very likely to happen within the next week or 2. Exact date is still kind of up in the air, though. But very, very soon. No official date given. What's it doing? Code. I'll go over here, put over there, put over there. Yeah, sorry guys for being so tired right now. Probably like all over the place. Should be more well rested for tonight if nothing else. Also, probably gotta grab a bite to eat and just nap. It's been so gloomy by me lately too. A nice sleeping day. There you go. There's the code. I use on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Gotta be nice and well rested for 4th of July. And if we're not gonna do anything. What was it doing? Event thingy. Not event thingy. Gosh, if I can get to the mail. But yeah, give same reward as always. Your invite code is found in your settings menu, whatever game says in bottom left right over there. Give same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. And of course, redeem code is right over there in chats. Right, there you go. And that gem key, of course, has a chance of giving the mythic. Let me know if anyone actually gets the mythic off of it. Be pretty funny. But yeah, statistically, with how many claims the codes have, between the 4 codes we give out this weekend, someone is pretty much guaranteed to get a mythic off it. Not literally guaranteed, but with how many claims it has, there's a really high probability that at least one person will end up getting the mythic. Because each one has several hundred claims. I think it's 300 these days or so. Somewhere around there. So between 4 codes, that's 1,200 gem keys. Which is a pretty good chance that one person would get a mythic from it. Anyways, let's go and mess with more teams. If anyone has any suggestions, let me know. But yeah, this team's not bad. Not my favorite version of it, but it works. I feel like that's the case with a lot of these teams with them. Like, all of them work. Just to varying degrees, of course. And different play styles of how you would use them. Can you not summon? That'd be great. Oh, don't you dare remove brown. I need those browns. He just got double summoned. He's gonna resummon his entire team by the time I can actually get a kill off. The second hit was on the wrong one. 1 HP. Luckily, bleed kills that. Could you imagine if he actually lived with that? Yeah, he is surprisingly effective, not first slots. He has really high liability of death in first slot. I kind of want to see a Zugoff team with him again, but with triple burning. I want to do this. Leprechaun Zugoff or something. Let's see how this works. I want to get a Zugoff in here. And then triple burning him. It's going to be a really weird team. But now we need a hero class that has triple to burning. Let's go Dragon Guard. Let's play it safe. If we really want to go all out, we can go Slayer. You know what? This is PvP. Let's play Reckless. 4 attack. Freeze. Actually, extra damage. We're going all out. Firestorm we don't need, right? We'd be better off at Ice Storm. Life Siphon. Death Mark or extra red. And Rage. And then triple. Okay, let's see how broken this is. This is gonna do one of 2 things. Win instantly or die instantly. There is no in between. Honestly, I feel like a lot of teams are built around that with them. Like, your whole premise is either to win ultra quick or immediately leave the battle, which makes it a really good PvP option. Oh gosh, we don't have anti-cleanse. The struggle. One thing has been forgotten. Though luckily we have the cleanse thingy on. But, I will take that over. Yeah, you need to get a really lucky initial Leprechaun for it to work. Otherwise, it's going to be so slow the rest of the battle. I guess getting the mountain. Yeah, getting that full mana on is pretty important. Problem with this hero class, though, is we don't have full mana to start. Okay, let's get this down and hopefully get rolling from there. So we throw that down, get a mountain. Should be able to get another thing. Yeah, he is surprisingly effective in second slot. More so than I ever thought he would be. He reminds me a lot of Tina in that regard. Tina 9000. He's actually really similar to Tina 9000 as far as skulls are concerned. Let's give this team a couple shots. If we want Hero to not die, we can replace it with Dragon Guard. However, I want to see how quickly he can win if it goes all out. Well, Entangle doesn't help. I'm pretty sure we have 2 cleanses set right now. What do I grab here? We'll take a brown for now, get another mountain going. Yeah, it takes forever to try getting Zugaf up. It's because he's blocked on too much. Have we even cast a single Zugaf on this team? I don't think we have. It takes way too long to try to get the burning off of it. Because he's not the main thing we're technically feeding mana into, it's the Mythic thingy. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. As fun as it is to try to get it to work, it's not gonna work. It just needs way too high of an initial mana. We still haven't gotten the Zugaf up a single time. It's just way too blocked. Hey, Zugaf. A little late. Yeah, Zugaf with the thing is really high mana cost. It's the 2 highest mana cost troops in the entire game. Or sorry, not 2 highest. The first highest and 3rd highest. Wordbreaker has 30. So that one's 3rd. Anyways, next team. What to mess with, what to mess with. Have I tried it with Thrall mana generation? Yes. It was actually one of the ones we did for the video. I named it Cheap Lord because it uses all low rarity stuff. Though Thrall is less effective in early game, but still cheap nonetheless. Code gone in 8 minutes? Yeah, we had like 100,000 viewers. It's gonna go pretty quick. Or somewhere's around there when we handed out the code. Wasn't looking at the exact number at the time. Let's see, we'll move that over. And if anyone still has any questions or anything else you want me to go over, let me know. Move that over, move that over. Get a Thrall down. Get another hit. This is one of those situations where you'll also auto-lose if it dies. This is mostly geared as a newer player team. I still got the Mang version of it. And I still really like the very first one we ever made. This was the very, very first team I made for it. Has a lot of empower option. So being frozen is pretty bad. Come on, I have Orpheuses. Can you please get cleansed? You know you want to. You know you want to. Awkward moment when you set Orpheuses and you still can't even get cleansed. The freeze just completely obliterated us. Completely destroyed by freeze. And every single thing we couldn't extra turn off of. I would definitely go for Wild Queen. Wild Queen is better than Possessed King for sure. I would much rather have a Wild Queen than a Possessed King. I still feel like Possessed King is overrated, personally. He's definitely not a bad Mythic. I just feel like there's so many good mana generators in the game that to go for him before many other options is generally not worth it unless you're doing it for the +1 magic off the kingdom. Yeah, I feel like overall, I'm liking Beatrix teams the most with this new Mythic. It has a true damage synergy, and gosh, does this Mythic need cleanse so badly because of Freeze and Entangle. There's so much Frost Mage to not run Beatrix. Like, it's almost mandatory because of how much Frost Mage there is. Yeah, Beatrix, one of the more recent interesting troops that we've gotten that came out as of this year. It's probably single-handedly the most meta-changing troop that has happened this year. I would say it's even more meta-changing than the Mythic we're currently using right now. Mostly because it gave a really viable cleanse in a way that wasn't really present before. Off the extra turn. Here's the closest we had earlier was Voice of Orpheus, which is bad as a cast. And it wasn't off extra turn, it was off of yellow. Which would be hard countered if you're using on yellow Guild War Day. Whereas you can't really hard counter extra turn. You can't even freeze it because you instantly cleanse out of it. So there's no hard counter to it. Other than stun. Actually, that's the hard counter. You use Obsidious and stun it. But aside from that, there isn't really much that hard counters it. But yeah, I like this team composition because you basically get 2 lives. If you lose even though you're using the Mythic in first slot, you basically get a second life once you start switching into Zugoth version, which is exactly what happens once it dies. This honestly might be my favorite team so far with it, overall. Even though it uses among 2 of the highest mana cost troops in the game. The first and third highest. But overall, I probably would have to say this is my favorite so far. Unfortunately, it's not Guild War viable. It's almost pure blue, but obviously you have Mountain in there, which makes it not pure blue. And it'd be a lot weaker if you had not Mountain there. If you had something like Jar of Eyes, this team would be completely different. This team would also be a little bad for Guild Wars in the sense that you're almost always going to lose your first slot. Because this team kind of just deliberately assumes you're going to. For the sake of speed. Or you basically sacrifice the first troop for speed. Which for PvP works well, but for Guild Wars does not work well. Hello, Web Spinner. Meet the new Web Spinner. No, just kidding. Web Spinner will still be viable in many instances. We just got wiped. Web Spinner, stop being so meta. Oh, what invasion team did you want to see? We went over a few earlier. For earlier battles, you either go Black Manacle into triple Astral Spirit, or Dawnbringer into triple Astral Spirit. Once your AoE stops double hitting, you then shift into either a Wardbreaker team, or into Bull Taurus. Ideally with Yasmin's Pride. Those are probably going to be your best options. Either buffing up Bull Taurus, or going down the Wardbreaker route. So if you mention which one you actually have, I could mention a team. But the Yasmin Pride one is pretty much just Yasmin Pride with a bunch of Boltors. And then you could just use one single mana accumulator like Herdmaster or something. And then for the other one, you go a couple different ways you can mana generate for it, depending on which way you want to go. I tried it with Bronze Like Pistol initially. It might just be better with Mountain, though. So you can go something like Mountain Crusher, Ward Breaker, Herdmaster, something else. One other option. Ends up working out pretty decently. And of course, you can end up incorporating the Invasion Troop to the first slot once you reach the later ones. I haven't reached deep enough where that would even be viable yet. Let's see. We'll take a Mountain. Yeah, and if not the Yasmin's Pride, you can do Herdmaster to the Invasion Troop and just try doing that and just try cycling Skulls. Would probably be the last best bet. And a lot of people probably already have it upgraded. Also, 100 gems, nice. Yeah, the Invasion Troop is this guy. Oh, where'd he go? It's underneath the Centaur thingy thing. Centaur. Tower. Yeah, this is the Invasion Troop. He has to destroy a random row, which is a really weird mechanic. But he has some score reduction, so it ends up working out pretty well. 5 times damage into 33% score reduction isn't that bad. Not that bad at all. What do we grab here? We'll take that for now. Get a green over there, get a mountain gun. Get yourself a nice convert. Wipe out all the things. Get a mountain in there. Gosh, why can't you always work that well? Someone's using Slaughter, Essence of Evil, a really weird Tapon with no brown on the team, and a red. Blue to red. That's a really weird team. Why would you use that? I don't understand. Like, Tapon's obviously for the browns, and the thing is to feed red into it. It's a really weird way of doing it. That is not a good team. Essence of Evil is fine, though. That is a bit mana blocked. But, the other two seem really weird. Tapon with no brown on the team, just simply to give it browns for setup. And then the other guy is literally just to feed it red. Bit of a weird way of doing it. I'll just still somehow lose to it. And it should be a match. Just let me cast and you are dead. There we go. But I find it interesting how much differently the 100% true damage mechanic plays out in the current state of the game compared to when it was first introduced. When the mechanic was first introduced, it was enough to one-shot basically everything in the game. Nowadays, stats have increased so much, durability-wise, relative to attack gains, that you actually can't really easily reach the one-shot range anymore. So what I tried doing initially with Fist of Zorn to try to kind of get it up to that point, but it's normally not enough. The game stats are a lot different these days for that to really work. So I kind of see why they added it back in. Also, did we just lose from that? Luckily this team has a second backup plan, but still. Let's just realize, what on earth is this team? There's a bunch of mana accumulators with a thing. Oh, the Goblin Rocket. I was gonna say, the Goblin Rocket's a Battle Crasher. Because I was gonna say, that's like a really bad team. The Battle Crasher ended up replacing his good troop with a Battle Crasher, which made it worse, much worse, much worse. Okay, I'll take that up. Grab a blue, which he actually just created for us, so thank you. What's the game plan here? I think this blue to instant kill is our best bet. Give us that 500 gold. Triple Vim with Reflection of Good. If you really wanted to commit with that, yes. You can literally, since everyone pretty much has a lot of copies of Henry, or Hearn, however you say his name, you can literally just go 3 of him with mana accumulation. And you'd be perfectly fine. It'd be such cheese, but you can get it done that way. But yeah, all invasion events after the fact are going to be so easy because everyone pretty much already has the troops maxed. Like, even if you don't normally have maxed mythics for for invasion events, you're probably going to for a lot of these. Just because there's been so much time to be able to get the troops copies that you probably have them laying around. And even if you don't, you probably have at least some amount of copies already, so it's less that you would need to buy to get it maxed. Or at least closer to max. Also, gosh, that Lust is doing so much. Wiping my whole team. What is with us getting completely obliterated by Lust today? Lust normally isn't that bad. Okay, as long as it doesn't miss, we won. That's match. That's just so much damage. Alan, what team is it? Or what are the troops? Also, let's see. Lord, Wild Queen, Mountain Crusher, Mirage Queen. Yeah, we haven't tried Mirage Queen with Wild Queen yet, have we? In that kind of composition. We can give it a shot. We'll definitely give it a shot. See how it goes. Okay, let's see. What do we need? We need wild. Where's Mirage Queen? There it is. And it was named Mountain Crusher. That should be good. Wait, Mountain Crusher behind Wild Queen? Well, yeah, I guess because you can take brown initially. Actually, is our banner already set correctly? I guess that works. Actually, is there a +2 brown, +1 green? Does that exist? Yeah, Amethyrax. It's -1 red, though. Isn't it? Yeah, brown, green. Yeah, it's -1 red, and it's Hive. Is that worth it? I think that might still be worth it. Even though it's minus red. Just because you need the other mana so much. And let's go like Titan or something. Actually, let's go Archer mostly for its perks. Just to get us rolling a bit quicker. This team seems to almost have a lack of brown problem. Like that one other team that we made did. Or if it doesn't get those initial browns, it seems slow. I'm gonna risk it. Ooh, dead. That's another problem too. If we accidentally give them Doom Skulls, it doesn't really matter how much attack we reduce from them. They're gonna just completely hit us back. I'm not understanding the location of Mountain Crusher on this team. Wouldn't you want to have Mountain Crusher in front of your Wild Queen? Oh, we could technically still win this if this goes well. Wild Queen can solo battles. Go Wild Queen, you got this. Do normal Wild Queen things. Good job. Wild Queen functioned as Wild Queen. Instantly wins battle. Yeah, that's pretty much how Wild Queen works. Scythe from Archmages, or Doom Scythe with Archmages. Beatrix, Leprechaun. Oh, with the thing in first slot. Interesting. Doom Scythe is yellow to Doom Skull, right? And then you have the thing, Beatrix, Leprechaun. Interesting. Would you have enough yellow for that to work? I guess it depends on the alignment after each cast. Technically any board could have it. Okay, I kind of want a mountain here, and then we can go for this. Please don't die to Death Mark. Good. Oh, mana drain though, fail. 1 mana short, even more fail. Mega fail. Mega ultra fail. Give me that attack. Hunter's Mark for the win. Got this. Actually winning off a Hunter's Mark. Yeah, it's not bad. There tends to be a lot of these teams. Definitely not bad. High risk, high reward kind of things. I couldn't take the extra turn there. It was there, but we're frozen on it, of course. I remember back in the day when attack gain actually used to break Entangle. That was very broken. Actually, that was the last time when attack gains were actually viable in the game. I think that was the thing that basically made attack gain never viable again, or at least the start of it. Was when attack gain was nerfed to not be able to remove Entangle anymore, which has been like that for like 3 or 4 years now. That was basically when attack gains were never used again in the game for the most part. They're still used on occasion, like ever so occasional. But I think that was the main thing that ended up doing it in. Oh, anyways, let me go try the other one. What do we have here? We got Doom Scythe for that yellow to Doom Skull. Need B because cleanse. And Leprechaun because mana. And Banner, probably some kind of minus yellow. Why does it feel like almost every team with him uses not yellow? Luckily we get to convert it away. Kind of want to go purple-blue. Just to get it up a bit quicker. Sure if that's the best idea, but we'll go with it, see what happens. Gorgotha Essence Thrall, new Mythic, we'll give it a shot. The good old Beatrix. It's gonna cleanse off that Entangle now. Entangle on both sides. Luckily ours is already cleansed. Ooh, that pure miss. Hello, retreat button. I just realized I haven't used this weapon a single time. Mostly because we haven't really been able to get mana for it. But then we did, and then instead. Yeah, it definitely works pretty well. Haven't really been messing around with the Doom weapons with it, but yeah, Doom Scythe works out pretty well. A lot of team compositions with this thing don't use yellow, so it gets to use as Doom Skulls if nothing else. Which works out pretty nice. Oh, that'd be great to have full mana for right now. Look at all that free yellow. For all the Doom Skulls that we can't get. Ugh. And then we go test the other one. Let me go test the other one. Do this. Get rid of that. Actually, we need that. What was it? Gorgotha? Essence? Oh, never mind. We actually don't need that. We need Thrall. And what are we missing? Red. No, we're not. Never mind. That's everything, right? Yeah, it's every color. No point really giving Thrall mana then. It's probably plus 2 green something. Or even just literally a +2 green. I might just literally go +2 green. See what this does. He's surprisingly less effective in first than I would expect. His final trait is surprisingly less effective than his actual ability. Which means, yes, you do tend to use him in a different location more so pretty much just for his ability. I should realize something. This team doesn't have cleanse. Well, Gorgotha does, but the rest does not have a cleanse option. Also, I like how there's like a bleed synergy on this team. That's something you would normally see. I'll try getting the extra turn guarantee. You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna throw. Gonna risk it. I was gonna say, we're about to die to Death Mark like any second now. Also, I don't think we've gotten a single Death Mark kill this entire time. Which is actually pretty surprising. Given that he does 1 to 2 Death Marks per cast. That is very surprising. Not a poor man's web spinner. Web spinner is literally cheaper. Actually, was Web Spinner in Soulforge this week? I know it was in there pretty recently. Was it last week or this week? I actually completely forget now. It's kind of funny if it's this week. Yeah, I believe it is this week, isn't it? Because I made a joke that if you don't get the Mythic, you can just get Web Spinner instead, and it'll just be just as good, pretty much. But I'm pretty sure it's available this week. So again, if you don't pick up the Mythic, you can pick up the other Mythic, the Web Spinner, which is not actually a Mythic, but it does basically the same thing. Like, if you don't get this Mythic, you'd be perfectly fine just running Web Spinner instead. Obviously in first slot only. For the Web Spinner, that is. Yeah, is it Soulforge, isn't it? It's kind of funny. Of all weeks for it to be in Soulforge, this is like the perfect week. Yeah, it is. It's the very first one. Web Spinner's in Soulforge right now if you want to get it. And so is Wild Queen for Guild Wars and everything. And it is Green Guild War today, so that's one of the days she gets used for too. The Wild Queen. Are there any mechanics not currently in the game you would like to see added? Well, technically a lot, because that could be literally anything. However, one mechanic that is in the game that I wish would be used way more strategically is movement-based troops. Ever since Darkest Dungeon, there's just such a really good movement dynamic in the game. And it runs like a similarly, you know, with like 4 total team. And there's a lot that could be done with it in Gems of War that they haven't really done. Like boost ratio based on how many movements you can do, moving a certain amount forward or back in the team or anything like that. There's already a few movements currently in the game. However, most of them are pretty bad, and they're not really necessarily used primarily for the movement, necessarily. Except maybe like Rope Dart or something. But, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of potential that they can do for movement-based troops that they aren't already touching on. And I wish it was a much more used mechanic. Which, currently, it seems almost unused. If it wasn't for Rope Dart, there'd actually be 0 meta movement troops in the game. Because every other option, I'm pretty sure, is rather useless in the current state of the game. The only meta one is Rope Dart, and that is literally the full list. Is just Rope Dart. And such a generic one, it just drags it to first. I would love to see specific movement amounts. Like 1 forward, 2 back, whatever. And getting bonus if it actually can move that many. Compared to if it just stays stationary in a single spot. Yeah, Web Spinner does not work against impervious troops. Unless you have Curse. In which case it will. Or Stun if they have only immune to Web. But there's like almost no troops in the game that have that category. There's like maybe a dozen that have immune to Web but not immune to Stun. It's mostly elves. Dark elves. They have the Web immunity with a few other like mana drain immunities but no Stun immunity. But for the most part you'd have to curse them. Which is a little bit of a waste of a slot in most Web Spinner teams. Because normally they don't have a spare spot available. But anyways, guys, does anyone else have any other questions? Anything else you want me to go over? Do let me know. Otherwise, I do think I am going to take a little bit of a nap, grab a bite to eat, rest up for the night, and we'll be back at 8 to go and mess with more Mythic, as well as do Guild War. Obviously, we'll be doing Green Guild War, and we'll be doing Green Guild War with the Mythic. I don't care how badly it does. I don't care if we go 0-5 or using the Mythic. It shouldn't go that bad, though. But obviously, it's really high risk. But we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Hopefully, it'll go well. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. We'll find out. But, yeah, we'll be using it. When are we back? It's in 6.5 hours from now. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every night. But here's what we're using for tonight for Guild War. I ended up changing it up. Where'd it go? Guild War Green. It's Essence of Evil. Lord of Slaughter, Leprechaun, Wild Queen. Pure Green. Pure Green. There's only one bad thing about this team, though. No Beatrix. Aside from that, has pretty much everything we need. It's a really luck-based team, though, which for Guild War you normally don't want to do. But, I don't know, we'll have fun with it tonight, see what happens. It might ruin our perfect score for the week. But we'll see how it goes. Hey, we actually won yesterday's Guild War. So we're actually been getting bonus XP all day today. Nice. We're kind of right in the middle of our bracket. Pretty big gap, but I believe that's because we haven't done all of our battles yet today. Yeah, we still got... It's hard to tell if they've used theirs or not. Let's see. Yeah, he did another 5-0. Hixie might get Paragon even if we go perfect 5-0 flawless. Because last I checked, it has a higher amount of points. So we'll see how that pans out. Later, after you're done testing at a new Mythic, could you run a time trial in Sword's Edge, 5 battles, explore 12, using a King Iron Gut team? Wait, what? Trial in Sword's Edge 5 battles. Do you mean explore 5 or doing 5 battles? And using High King Iron Gut for it. Why High King Iron Gut? I know that there's no immune to devour there. But, what do you mean? Just to gauge how much time it takes? It's decently quick. It's not the quickest way to run delves, last I recall. Because I used to actually run Iron Gut teams for when I initially started farming delves. And, yeah, it definitely wasn't quicker than some of the other things that exist right now. It was definitely a pretty good pacing. What exactly its pacing was, I do not recall. But I do know it's slower than a couple other options that exist. It's definitely not bad. The problem is killing them one at a time with Devour, 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 Devour. You can try using it in first slot, but it's a little bit of a liability of losing. To try to get a double skull in off the Devour attack that you end up getting. Does your guild usually finish Invasion weekends? Final reward tier? Yes, we always do. I don't think there's been a single time we've missed it. Which I don't think we've missed a single events orb in like months upon months. I'm not even sure if we have all year. I'm trying to think of an instance. But no, we definitely got it every single invasion. But yeah, the 5 battles all the way to mini-boss then, yeah. Are you still playing Switch? No, I ended up quitting the Switch account. Mostly because it was too far behind. I feel like a lot of people ended up doing that. I wasn't expecting it to be that far behind for that long. And it became pretty evident pretty early on that it was going to be that long. And we're still a year later, or actually a year and 3 months later. And they are still, like, so ridiculously behind. Like, it is absurd how far behind it is. But, yeah, it's unfortunate. Had a lot of potential. But between no cross-platform and how far it is behind, yeah, it's just not going to be viable, unfortunately. It's really bad. But oh well. There's still a lot of people that do enjoy it, though. But if you're playing on multiple platforms, it just feels so weird to play on the Switch version with all the factors related to it. Anyways, guys, any other questions? Any other anythings? Otherwise, we'll be back in 5.5 hours from now. Or sorry, 6.5 hours from now at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, yeah, we'll be messing around with the Mythic. We'll be doing it for Guild Wars for today. For Green Guild War. And we'll go from there. We already got our 100 gems for today. We'll have to go clear out our other dailies. That was a quick kill that with Phoenicia. That's not going to take that long. Not sure why I always save them for the nightly stream. Just out of habit, I guess. And to kind of remind people before the end of the day, like, hey, don't forget to go do your dailies. Your daily reminder to go do your dailies. But I think that's probably the main reason why I do it that way. If nothing else, to remember myself, as well as everyone else, to make sure to do those. Because they're generally pretty good loot overall. And if nothing else, they're pretty good class XP. We still need class XP. Obviously, we just finished that out pretty recently. About 2 weeks ago. However, obviously, most people do still need hero class XP. I'm pretty sure only like a few % of the game even has all hero classes max. I know it's very, very small. There's nothing in game that keeps track of what percent that is. But if I had to guess, it's probably under 3%. Though it might be as high as 5% or so. I'm not sure. No way of knowing. They probably have internal data on it. They used to share some data in the past, but they haven't really shared any data recently, which is kind of unfortunate because there's a lot of interesting data that they could end up sharing that they never do. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. Don't do anything crazy for 4th of July tomorrow. And I'll catch you guys soon. Best of luck if you're going to be trying for the Mythic. Of course, if you do want to go and get it, it is in the Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests for this week only, and then it'll be in the drop table with everything else. Basically, if you don't get it from Glory Gem Guild or VIP chests this week, your best bet is to get it with diamonds. So, yeah, if you don't end up getting it, just start saving a bunch of diamonds and craft it in a couple months from now. But your most viable method would be, of course, to try to key it. And you do have all week to go and do so. I don't think they show a timer for it. For whatever reason, they still don't show a timer. They have like a timer on everything, but they don't have a timer for whatever reason on this. However, it goes till the end of Thursday, all the way until Friday reset. So you still got another 6 days and like, what is that? Like 11 hours, whatever that is. But you still got plenty of time. Though the last time you'll get a last burst of keys will probably be for guild, of course. Whatever guild task you end up getting on Monday, Tuesday, and so. Yep, no problem. Always glad to answer any questions. Sorry if I missed any. A little bit more tired than normal. It's the only problem with recording that early. It's a weird trade-off because we get the video up a lot earlier, but then I'm like tired all day. It's a weird trade-off. At least we were able to get it up immediately, if nothing else. But anyways, guys, catch you guys soon. Have a wonderful day. Best of luck with everything. Did I upgrade your troops to elite? For what? It's really expensive to do so for anything above ultra rare. So epics, legends, and mythics are ridiculously hard to do, particularly mythics and legends. I only have 1 legend max and 0 mythics. It takes forever and a half to do. But a lot of common rares and ultra rares, yes, I have. But most other rarities are just way, way too hard to bother going for. That you don't really end up doing them. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you guys soon. Thanks for stopping by, and goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for watching.